Hello, I am Richard A. Boxall, and this is my short and almost daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Ish.
You're listening to the diary of a wannabe writer, Season 3.
Hello, today is Saturday the 18th of July 2026. Hello, welcome to the show. Sorry I didn't do a podcast the last couple of days. I had a fairly good... I kind of guessed that I might not because I had a friend visiting, and it's kind of weird to say, oh, by the way, I'm just nipping upstairs to record my podcast. Just sounds a bit weird. But you've talked about... I've been talking about my cleaning frenzy. My house feels like a different place. I like it. I walk downstairs and I can actually use the table because it isn't covered in stuff that stops me from doing that. So that's really good. Very pleased about that. Had a lovely couple of days. So my friend and I went to Kenilworth Castle and went into Stratford briefly, and we did a couple of other National Trust places, and had some nice food, and yeah, it was genuinely a really lovely couple of days. That was really good. I'm trying to think what else I've done in the last couple of days. I've done no writing. I didn't expect I would. My plan basically is to try and get back into that tomorrow. It's going to be tough because I haven't done it for a while. So I think it's going to be about discipline. It's going to be about making myself sit down and do that. And I did say I was going to write Monday to Friday, but tomorrow's Sunday, but I haven't written really yet since I've been off. So that's absolutely fine. What else? I've started watching, I can't remember if I already said this in the podcast, so if I had, I do apologise. There's a side of me that would quite like to know what's going on when the new Marvel Avengers movie comes out. The only problem is I haven't watched anything of phases 4, 5 and 6 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And unfortunately, because of this multiverse nonsense, it's not nonsense, because of the multiverse storyline, it's not just the MCU I need to watch. So thanks to them, creating a multiverse where they're drawing in characters from other universes, to get what happens later on, not only have I got to watch all of the Marvel movies from phases 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, I've also got to watch the 11 X-Men movies, the 3 Deadpool movies, the 3 Spider-Man Tobey Maguire movies, and the 2 Amazing Spider-Man Andrew Garfield movies. And now I've said this, it kind of feels like it is coming back to me. But anyway, so this evening I've after because my friend and I basically went and did a National Trust place that was roughly halfway to where she lives. So she then went home. We took both cars. She went home and I came back here. But yeah, I've been watching X-Men 2 or X2, and it's actually surprisingly good. There's some little character moments which are really, really good, like the bit where Magneto rescues them. But you've got, and I can't remember the girl's name, but the one with the white bit in her hair from the first movie, the one he took prisoner to use her to amplify the powers or to copy the powers in the first movie. There's a couple of nice... She's obviously still upset by what he did to her in the first movie, which is understandable. And there's a bit where she takes off her glove as if to go and hurt him. And so that was good. And Alan Cumming is quite interesting in this as well. He's almost a sympathetic character. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. So I've basically broken down the movies into pre-MCU, and there's 6 of them, which is the first 3 X-Men movies and the 3 Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. Then all the others actually slot in, because I'm watching them in the order they were released. The others all slot in during the movies. I didn't realise they were making regular Spider-Man movies as recently as 2014, which was, well into the MCU creation. The first sort of official MCU movie, which was the first Iron Man movie, was 2008. And they were still doing a Spider-Man spin-off that was not featured in the MCU 6 years into that, which is quite interesting. Anyway, what else have I done? I got a lovely set of vinyls records through yesterday, which was New Order did a compilation called The Best of New Order, in 1994, and then they followed it the following year with a remix album of some of the best remixes called The Rest of New Order. And they've released them on vinyl for the first time and re-released them on CD. And what's really interesting is each CD, each disc, the Best of New Order and The Rest of New Order was one CD each. Well, the new CD box set is 4 discs. So they've done, on top of the original The Rest of New Order CD, they've done another 2 discs of interesting stuff. So that's really cool. But the vinyls have got, I think it's all of the Best of New Order, and then three vinyl discs worth of The Rest of New Order. So I'm going to enjoy listening to those over the next few days. I need to, because I've got this pile of vinyl that I haven't listened to, and it's getting bigger, so I need to start listening to it. And I have time now, especially if I'm not live streaming my, because I'm kind of not in the habit of live streaming. If I'm not live streaming my writing, then I can have some of these things on in the background. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've done the last couple of days. So it's been nice. It's been nice to have a visitor. I haven't had a visitor in this house for a long time. I think the last person was in November. Hello, you listen to this, I know. And they didn't stay the night. They were just kind of came in for a few hours and had a cup of tea, and we went to a book launch. Yeah, so that's it. That's me done for today. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll come back to you and say, I've done some bloody writing. Time will tell. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by me, Richard A. Boxall. Thank you for tuning in to my cogitative considerations, and if you'd like to know more about me or my projects, visit my link tree on linktr.ee/Richard Writes. Capital R, capital W. Thank you for listening.